In this day and time, yes, you can have a successful long distance relationship. Um, another country, another state, it doesn't matter. If you really want to have that relationship, it is yours and it can happen. And you can be successful in it. Now, you may have to go above and beyond because of the distance, and FaceTime, uh, set special dates um, at a destination to get together and spend a weekend. There's several ups to a long distance relationship. Um, and it gives you a chance to miss the other person. Um, that's the good part is that missing each other. Um, I think long distance relationships are perfect, probably more so than to be with someone, all the time, um, every day. Um, only in the beginning of time, when you're dating, when it turns into like something more serious or getting married, of course you're gonna, live together, what have you. But dating someone long distance can be fun. It gives you a chance to get out of your town. It gives them a chance to get out of their town. Showing each other different places in their, in your city. Um, it's just so many good things about it. And it feels good to miss someone or have someone miss you. So, what else is good about that? There's so many good things you can do, with FaceTime. What else? Staying on the phone all night. You know how you used to do when you were younger? You hang up. No, you hang up. You just stay on the phone, until and fall asleep on the phone, send each other songs. Um, it's just, I really think it's a good thing. There's so many things. You can send each other love letters, spray your perfume on it and send it so, you can miss each other and have each other scent. Oh, or another thing, you can spray like your favorite t-shirt of his, or he can take, maybe I don't know what he would take of yours to remind you of him. I mean, remind him of you, but you know, it can be, maybe a pillow, you know, just stuff, to keep love alive. Um, there is probably a downfall with having, an out of town relationship or long distance, and that's probably not having the person there. If you're starting to feel a little lonely, um, they're not there immediately. That might be the only thing, is that you don't have their immediate attention. You don't have their, they're not next to you. You can't just reach over and touch whenever you want to. Um, I really don't see any downsides to a long distance relationship. Even if you're out of the country, that's why we have all this new technology to keep love alive. That's what it's there for. Um, to be able to just work on keeping the relationship positive, or even if something is happening, say there's a serious situation in one of your cities or states or countries or whatever, um, and you can't be there. That's what a plane is for. You can't get there. That's the only downside, is you can't get there immediately if you're in the same city. But other than that, long distance can work. I really don't see any anything wrong with that. A lot of people are doing long distance. People are meeting people in other states and other countries, and they are working out. Like, they're really putting time in and finding their person, you know. Your person ain't always in your city. So, go ahead and venture out and see who you can meet, see who you can find. Maybe that your man or your woman is not in your city. Go ahead and do the long distance. And to me, that if you have the long distance and you put the effort in keeping the relationship going, that that's fire. Like that lets somebody know that you're really into them. Now there has been some burnout. I know of a couple friends and relationships that they say, oh, it was the distance, so we didn't work. And um which is puzzling to me, because it's like, well, how come? I guess some people, maybe they get a little too needy and or selfish, or I don't know what it could be. I did ask, and they're just like, oh, it's just the distance. And I still don't, like, what stopped you from going to see your person? It could be finances. Sometimes, you're going through a hardship and you can't be there for that person. But to me, get on the phone, do FaceTime. I mean, you're not immediately there, but you're there. You know, I heard it can get expensive going back and forth. And that's what I'm saying. It's the little things in between that will, keep love alive. And I don't know. I just feel if it's that person, you got to go above and beyond. You just know in your heart of hearts if that's your person. And I wouldn't stop until like I'm married, or until it's done. Like we're together. you know. Um, there are some other downsides where you can be strung along, you know, and people. I will hope not in this day and age, but they're still players, and so you may have somebody who's trying to play you because of long distance, and I don't know. To me, if relationships, let me be clear, if you're in a relationship, I don't care how far you are, I don't care, none of that matters. If that's your person, you are going to be loyal. You're going to be 10 toes down to your person, for your person. And the only way you can know is your person is if they going through some stuff. If they gonna be there for you, if they rocking with you all the time, then it doesn't make sense to me how, because of distance, the relationship didn't work. I really can't find any reasons why it wouldn't be successful. Yeah, I really can't. But man, love, if you fall in love with that person, I don't know. I mean, there's other technicalities now. It can be somebody don't want to leave their job, but I'm talking further down the line. Someone doesn't want to move to where you are. You don't want, you can't, neither one can decide on where you want to move to and who's going to move with whom. And, that's probably like 2-3 years down the line. But meet halfway. I don't know. I feel like if you got love and you find love, there's nothing else like it. It covers everything. So why can't you decide to move out of your house and he move out of his house, or she move out of her house and he moves out of his, however, and you find somewhere in between? Like, love will find a way. There's a song that's called Love Will Find a Way. Love will find a way. I love love. And I just want to say, it doesn't matter the distance. It doesn't matter the finances. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Whatever it is that's stopping long distance relationships, or whatever people are afraid of when they get into a long distance relationship, can be worked out. say, somebody long distance wants you and you want them, and you meet up a couple times and it just seems like everything is clicking and everything is vibing. Give it a shot and keep going. And if that person is for you and you're for them, love will work it out. I really can't find anything negative about that except for having them in your bed every night. It's the only difference is they're not sleeping with you every night. But hell, when you get married, then you got them every single night. I don't know. I just think that keeps things sexy, and they're not right there with you all the time. It just builds up your adrenaline. So when you do see each other, fireworks. So anyway, yeah, long distance relationships work, and you just gotta wanna trust. As you get older, trust plays the biggest factor. Communication, transparency, and trust. Those are the main factors that you got to have in a relationship. And if you have those and you want love, you got to open yourself up to that. And no matter where that person is in the world, if they're for you, it will work. Try it. Let me know down in the comments if there's anybody in a long distance relationship and how it's working for you. I'd love to know, to see if I'm right. I've had a long distance relationship, and I said I had, and that was because I was providing the transparency and the loyalty and the communication, and it has to be reciprocated. And so maybe those are deal breakers right there if you don't get those things back. But you won't know unless you try. So with that being said, that's Lava's point of view. Thank you for listening, and leave a comment, like, and share. Peace.